What a performance turned in by Monday Call, taking the run happy Audubon Oaks in a track record setting time. She won it impressively there and breaks a 16-year-old track record. Congratulations to Lawrence Best and Brad Cox for their victory there in the Audubon Oaks. Now, up next, ninth race starts the final daily double opportunity. It is the listed stake of named the Groupie Doll. The Groupie Doll is a $100,000 stake event, of course, named for Groupie Doll, who won the 2011 edition of this race when it was known as the Gardenia. It was a grade 3 then, and Groupie Doll won it. In fact, she went on to be the champion female sprinter in 2012 and 13. She won over $2.6 million, and she was a 12-time winner, 9 of those graded stakes, including 4 grade ones. And Groupie Doll's trainer has a horse in this race. Her trainer was Buff Bradley. And Buff Bradley represented here with Divine Queen number 10. Divine Queen, again, Buff Bradley trained Groupie Doll, whom this race is named after. Now, there are 3 scratches. Numbers 2, 4, and 5 are scratched. The 13, 14, 15, the also eligibles drawn in, they do run. Number 12, Street Band is my top pick, currently sitting at 9-5 on the board. And Street Band is a 4-year-old racing for Larry Jones and gets the return call of Sophie Doyle, who's ridden this filly her entire career. Now, she's a 5-time winner, had 4 wins last year in that 3-year-old campaign, and most recently was 4th beaten 2.5 lengths in the Apple Blossom. That's a grade 1 stake event, ran in Hot Springs, Arkansas at Oaklawn Park. And she was far back that day, but did improve up the fence. And she's kind of a versatile sort. She can close. She has shown where she can close from far off the pace, but she's also shown where she can stalk just a couple lengths off of the lead. Depending on the pace scenario, Street Band is drawn to the outside, and I think she has a big shot here at odds of 8-5. Now, number 1, Lady Apple is the second choice. Number 1, Lady Apple is my second choice with Brian Hernandez Jr. up top. This one also raced in the Apple Blossom, where she was 8th, beaten 5.5 lengths. Came back in a stake event at Delaware, where she was 3rd, beaten 4 lengths. And Brian's up top for Mr. Steve. Now, there's a late scratch just in. Late scratch just in here in the Groupie Doll. Number 9, Dos Vinos. Dos Finos, number 9, has been scratched by the Board of Stewards on recommendation of the state veterinarian. Again, number 9, Dos Finos, is a late scratch here in the 9th race, the Groupie Doll. All straight wagers on the 9 will be refunded. There will be consolations in the doubles and pick 3s. The pick 5 and pick 4, you will get the final favorite. Again, number 9, Dos Finos, she is a late scratch here in the Groupie Doll. They're in the paddock for the Groupie Doll, just 8 minutes to post. Don't forget the 3 alsos have drawn in, will run. Again, late scratch, number 9, Dos Vinos. My top pick, we're going to go to the outside, number 12, Street Band for Larry Jones. The horses are stepping out onto the track for the Groupie Stakes. It's a filly mare 3 and up a stake event to go a mile on the main. This is the 39th running of the Groupie. It's a $100,000 stake event. There are scratches of numbers 2, 4, 5, and a late scratch of the 9. The alsos draw in. Here is the field. Number 1, on Phoenix Bred third, in partnership with the Cape Stables. Steve Asmussen trains in. Brian Hernandez Jr. the jockey. Scratch number 2, the 3 is Istan Council, owned by Brooke Jones, trained by Larry Jones with Gabe Saez. Scratch numbers 4 and 5, the 6 with Dignity, owned by the Witham Thoroughbreds, trained by Ian Wilkes with Julian Leparoux. Number 7 is Lady Kate. She's owned by Brad Anderson's Anderson Stables LLC, trained by Eddie Keneally with Florent Giroux. Number 8, New Rose. She's owned by the Bluegrass Bred Racing and Breeding Farm LLC, trained by Tommy Drury Jr. with Colby Hernandez. Scratch the 9, Dos Vinos. The 10, Divine Queen, owned by Buff Bradley and Carl Hurst, trained by Buff Bradley with Calvin Borel. The 11 is Michael and Catherine Ball's Club Car. She's trained by Ben Colebrook with Corey Lannery, the jockey. Number 12, a Street Band, owned by Ray Francis, Cindy Jones, Larry Jones, Medallion Racing, and MyRacehorse.com. Trained by Larry Jones. Sophie Doyle will call the shots. Number 13 is Grandaria, owned by Wayne R. Sanders and Larry Hurst, trained by Brendan Walsh, Rafael Bejarano, the jockey. Number 14, Timeless Curls, owned by Carson Sampson Racing Stable, trained by Norm Cassie. Rider switch here to Chris Landeros. And completing the field for the group at all, number 15, Red Dane. She's owned by Brad Ketley's Calumet Farm, trained by Charlie Lopresti and Tyler Bays up top. That's the field for the 39th running of the Groupie Doll, a filly mare stake event to go a mile. It starts the late daily double, again, an all stakes double, and the post time for the 9th race from Ellis Park. The Groupie Doll is in 4 minutes. Once again, those of you holding tickets containing number 9, Dos Vinos, who was a late scratch in the paddock, please be aware that all straight wagers are refunded on number 9, Dos Vinos. If you had an ongoing pick 3 or daily double, and if you had the winner of the 8th race back to Dos Vinos in the double here, you'll get a consolation. If this was your middle or ending leg in the pick 3, there'll be consolations as well. Now, if you had a pick 4, pick 5 ticket containing number 9, Dos Vinos, that will be substituted with the final favorite of the race. All their wagers are refunded on number 9, Dos Vinos. Still 3 minutes remain to make any wagers here on the Groupie Doll. Filly and Mare Stake event to go a mile. They'll be at the gate in just a few minutes. The field for the Groupie doll approaching the starting gate, less than a minute here. Field of 11 fillies and mares to go a mile on the main out of the chute. 2-1 on Street Band for longtime Ellis Park conditioner Larry Jones. The first one to go in will be Divine Queen. Divine Queen, trained by the trainer, whom this race is named after, Groupie doll, Mr. Buff Bradley. Divine Queen goes in with 3-time Derby winning jockey Calvin Borrell. Lady Apple, the multiple graded stakes winning Lady Apple's locked up. She's earned over $1 million. Istan Council and Street Band, the two Larry Jones charges, they go in at the same time with dignity for Ian Wilkes and Julian. They move forward. Grandaria has loaded Lady Kate. Lady Kate in the red and white silks. Into line. Timeless Curls is moved into line. Just waiting on Calumet Farms, Red Dane. The daughter of Red Rocks loads up to the outside. They are at the post. And they are racing in the Groupie doll stakes. Quick start for Lady Kate, who barrels on out after the early lead. She'll have company, though. New Rue will press up to the outside. Divine Queen away racing in third. Istan Council tucked in along the rail from fourth. Up on the outside, Club Car advancing. Timeless Curls is right to her outside as well. As they straighten up the backside, Lady Apple came away racing just about 10 lengths off the lead. Up on her outside is With Dignity. Even further out, the favorite Street Band. Then comes Red Dane, who's second last, and at the back of the pack is Grandaria. Up the backside they go. They're going at a pretty good clip in the Groupie doll. In fact, the first quarter was 23 3/5 seconds. It's Lady Kate and Florent Giroux will lead them up the backside. They're just outside the half-mile pole. New Rue still tracking her from second. Istan Council off the rail from third to the inside. Divine Queen. Now Street Band is trying to split horses as they move for the far turn run. They start to cluster up. Just 12 lengths would cover the lot. And it's still Lady Kate, the one they're aiming at. New Rue still to the outside. Istan Council in a perfect spot from third. There goes Club Car, cut loose for the Ball family from fourth. She's about 4 wide, though, advancing from between horses. Street Band up the inside. Divine Queen as they race around the turn to the top of the home stretch in a Groupie doll. Here's New Rue comes roaring off the turn to the outside of Lady Kate. They're just about a furlong from home, and it's Lady Kate still fighting with a furlong to go. Lady Kate driving on a 3-length lead. New Rue still fighting, trying to hold second from Istan Council. They're in the final 16th. Lady Kate has ran them off their feet. Lady Kate, the daughter of Bernardini, takes the Groupie doll. She won by 4. Tight photo for second. New Rue to the inside of Istan Council. They were a head-bobbing photo for second, but the winner, Lady Kate, all the way up top. She stops the timer 1:35.4. As your unofficial winner of the Groupie doll, there's a photo for second, 7, and a photo on the board.